Okay, so here we are in a situation with skins. Now, I think that what I have to do now is get into GUI and start making things work. Now, at the moment it comes to setup and you can pass in a single costume. And if you don't pass in a costume, it sets all costumes to be normal. And it has a few default things here for setting if that costume you pass is normal, in normal, or blank, then it automatically sets the inactive versions of that. It's just a thing. But at the moment it uses this set all gadgets, set all costumes thing, which I think I'm going to take from here, out of there, and put up beside setup. And in a way I kind of want it to work slightly similarly. Set all costumes is one thing that I want, but also a thing I want is, actually before I just totally decide that, right, how do I want it to really work? I think that at the moment the gadgets that exist rely on this, and they get it to rely on this and then modify it afterwards. Once setup has been called, they tweak it if they need to. Most of the time this does cover a lot of situations though. It doesn't cover a couple. And what I want to think about is actually maybe it's about setting a skin. The problem now, really, is that what is the problem now? Is that I don't really want to pass a costume in anymore. That's not exactly how I want it to work. Because at the time you call setup, gadgets are going to know what sort of costumes are available, but you won't necessarily have a reference to a costume. Well, I mean, you know, you will have one. There'll be a reference inside gadget default skin, default skin dot normal, in normal, all those things. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a little think, and what one thing is going to be one excuse me, one thing is going to have to be something like set costumes. Not set all costumes, but set costumes, and it is a virtual because it is designed to be overridden. And I want to build in some aspect of this automation, basically, that for normal, in normal, and blank, it will set the inactive costumes automatically. And that by default a costume is made normal. And I wonder if there's a I'm just puzzling and puzzling. How do I make it that when you call setup you can pass in a costume? I mean, it can be that it just takes default. I think it's going to have to be. It takes that you pass in default skin dot normal, basically. I think that I'm going to get rid of this, and this, and this, and this. I'm going to say skin equals default skin. God, I should really make next ID into a... Anyway, I'm not so easily distracted. Skin to default skin, and then I will call set all costumes with that costume. Will I call set all costumes? Yeah. Yeah. And if not C, C equals default skin normal. Normal? Oh. A skin. A skin has something. I knew that there was a reason why I wasn't using skin anymore. Okay, right, fine. Skin is out of the question. What is the word I'm actually going to use? Ah, I can't believe this. I don't want to make it my skin. GUI skins. Make it, man. So this describes the entire thing. call it a GUI skin. Yeah. Those things are fine. They are just names I will change in the future. Okay. Next. I will leave that as is. Default skin, default GUI skin. Skin is a GUI skin. GUI skin, GUI. Oops, didn't mean that. Next, 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 next. Default skin. Default skin normal. Yeah, costume. And now select C and case default. I think I'll just make this skin normal. Inactive. State.inactive equals skin. What was it? Inactive normal? Or normal inactive? Or just inactive? Yeah. Case skin in normal. And what was the last one? Skin blank. Yeah. Was it really just blank? Blank inactive. Strange. Okay. I presume I've got some reason for that. Okay. Maybe I'll put in one more case sheet. Sorry. Skin sheet. Costume. State inactive equals skin sheet inactive. And then I will call set costumes. Set costumes as this virtual. Count. It's going to just come down to here. And this can come to here. Default skin not found. Oh. I make that mistake all over the place? I don't believe it. Yeah, great. Okay, and then here. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, setup is called. You can pass a skin into it if you want, a costume in it if you want. You have to pass it in. Honestly, it is really annoying. Just figuring this out. Like, I really think that when a gadget is set up, by default it should just have. I don't feel like I want to call sort of something to define the gadget afterwards. But maybe I just should, and I should think about. Oh man, oh god. It's beginning to kind of sink in what a really proper way of doing this would be. And what would it be? Man. It's really hard to think about this actually when I think about it. These are just commonly used ones that I want to set up automatically. But really, there probably should be set costumes. This should be like an abstract, not just a virtual. But when so many things will just have a normal costume under all circumstances. The point is that even set costumes I don't think is I don't think it's I think that setting the skin is what you want to do. And from inside setting the skin, setting the costumes is called. And the problem with that is that actually, I want to be able to pass a constant in here that determines a type of costume, not a type of skin. And of course, as far as the skin is concerned, the GUI skin, it doesn't know how many costumes it has, it just knows it has a bunch of them. So really, this should be an array of costumes with entries blank, white, blank, blank, inactive, white, black, rectangle, dark rectangle. Each class of gadget should just have an array of numbers which describe this is really annoying and tedious, but it kind of has to be thought about. Okay, this is the way it's going to be. This is the way it's going to be. And it is better, in a way. Like, what if I make an enum? And it's just going to get so tedious to write out this. I can't. Oh God! That makes me think I should go back to outfit. I can't believe this. Let me think some more. It's just so frustrating to be thinking about this. Really, it really is. Yeah, I mean, you know, what I want is an enumerator which contains all the types of costume that there are on a skin, all the types of colour set that are on a skin, and all the types of colour there are on a skin. Inside the actual skin, the notation would be, something like OT. Inside the skin, the notation would be something like field costume. Costume array equals new costume num, and then what is it? At this moment, OT num costumes. And ultimately num costumes. And to identify an individual costume in a skin, it would be skin dot costume of OT dot normal, say. OT OT meaning something like outfit type, but it wouldn't be costume in this case, it'd be skin outfit. And really, if I was typing it all out nicely, outfit type normal. Rather than skin normal. But of course with skin.normal I've no way of necessarily sort of transposing that information from one to another without doing a crazy, you know, some bit of tat where I find that you know, I manually go through every single one basically. This is the way it has to be though, isn't it? There's kind of no way around it. And it has to go back to being an outfit. Ugh. It's very, very tedious. I'm just thinking one more time. Okay. This is what I'm going to do. I'm getting used to the idea, and it probably will be for the best. I'm not going to go very far here, but I'm going to change it back to outfit. I'm going to use the full thing. I will also have to have color set type, something like that, and color type. I can hardly believe that. Can't be color type. And I can't use color set because color set is the name of the actual class, not the set of instances of the class. Same, well, color is G color, I suppose. Man, a lot more bloody tedious. It's like when I'm actually defining this, this will be like NS color set open bracket color set type dot standard close bracket close bracket. Well, I mean, I can reduce it down more. This would end up being called, I could call this like O outfit. Outfit type non-costumes. It would be new costume. No, new outfit. Boy. I'm just going to hit 30 minutes and I'm going to leave it. This is grim. I have some other things I have to do, but I realise that really when I think about it, this is the way I have to structure these. I think and I am going to reduce it down to OT CST and CT. But I'll do it next time.